Imagine opening your morning newspaper, and instead of headlines about politics or sports, you see a letter from a killer, a man who laughs at the police, threatens to murder strangers for fun, and dares the public to crack his secret codes. A man who calls himself Zodiac. You're in California in the late 1960s. The summer air is still heavy with the spirit of rebellion, music, and freedom. Hippies gather in San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury. Young couples drive into the countryside for starlit dates. America is alive with change. But beneath that atmosphere of peace and love, a shadow is beginning to spread. A shadow that will stain this decade with fear, blood, and mystery that remains unsolved to this day. It begins quietly on December 20th, 1968. Two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, drive out on Lake Herman Road, a quiet lover's lane outside Vallejo. They're young, in love, doing what teenagers have done for decades, finding a place away from the world to be alone. But the night ends not in laughter, but in gunfire. Both are killed mercilessly. No robbery, no witnesses, just death, left behind on a lonely road. Police are baffled, but in 1968, random violence is not unheard of. The case shakes the town, but no one imagines it's just the beginning. 7 months later, on July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Farron and Mike Mageau, are sitting in a parked car at Blue Rock Springs Park, just outside Vallejo. Suddenly, a car pulls up behind them. A man steps out, shines a flashlight, and without a word begins firing. Bullets tear through the car. Darlene is killed. Mike survives, but barely. Within weeks, the newspapers of San Francisco receive their first chilling letters. The letters arrive. On July 31st, 1969, 3 major newspapers each receive an envelope. Inside are nearly identical letters, written in careful handwriting. The writer takes credit for the shootings at Lake Herman Road and Blue Rock Springs. But there's more. Each letter contains 1/3 of a cryptogram, a puzzle of strange symbols and characters. The writer demands the ciphers be printed on the front page of each paper. If not, he warns, he will spend the weekend killing lone people in the night, then moving on to kill again, until I end up with a dozen people. The newspapers face a terrible choice. Was this a hoax, or the work of the killer? Police lean toward caution, and the ciphers are published. The killer has just gotten what he wanted, an audience. This is the Zodiac speaking. A week later, on August 7th, 1969, a new letter arrives at the San Francisco Examiner. For the first time, the world hears the chilling words, "Dear editor, this is the Zodiac speaking." It's not just a signature. It's a brand, a name, a symbol, and the birth of one of the most infamous figures in true crime history. The first cipher is solved. The 408 symbol cipher is quickly cracked by a schoolteacher, Donald Hardin, and his wife, Betty. What they find inside is deeply disturbing. "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all." He writes of collecting slaves for the afterlife, of enjoying the thrill of murder. The words are rambling, chilling, and dehumanizing. But, crucially, the cipher does not reveal his name. The final line taunts, "I will not give you my name because you will try to slow down or stop my collecting of slaves for my afterlife." The fear spreads Northern California is shaken. Couples avoid dark roads. Parents keep their kids home. Every time another letter arrives, it dominates the news. Zodiac doesn't just kill, he wants control, fame, and terror. On September 27, 1969, at Lake Berryessa, he takes that terror to a new level. College students Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard are enjoying a picnic by the water when a man approaches. He wears a bizarre black hood with a white crosshair symbol. He looks like death itself. Speaking calmly, he ties them up, then brutally stabs them. Cecilia dies. Brian miraculously survives to tell the story. Hours later, Zodiac calls the police himself, using a payphone to report the crime. He gives directions to the scene, speaking with chilling casualness as if reporting a traffic accident. The taxi driver murder. Just 2 weeks later, on October 11, 1969, San Francisco cab driver Paul Stein picks up a fare. The passenger asks to go to Presidio Heights. At the destination, the passenger pulls a gun, shoots Stein in the head, and calmly wipes down the cab. He takes a piece of Steinin's bloody shirt as proof and later mails it to the newspapers. Now, the city of San Francisco itself is under threat. The killer is no longer targeting couples in the dark. He's willing to kill anyone, anywhere. The letters keep coming. Zodiac continues to write, sending more than 20 letters over the years. Some include ciphers. Some include threats against school buses, claiming he would shoot out the tires and pick off the kiddies as they come bouncing out. He mocks police. He ridicules the public. He delights in the attention. Even when the trail of confirmed murders goes cold, the letters don't stop. They come sporadically, each one a reminder that this killer could still be out there, watching. The unsolved ciphers. Not all of Zodiac's puzzles have been solved. One, the 340 cipher, baffled experts for over 50 years. Only in December 2020 did a team of private citizens finally crack it. And even then, it revealed nothing useful. Just more ranting, more taunting, more proof that Zodiac's obsession was not with revealing his identity, but with playing games. The suspects. Over the years, countless men have been suspected. Arthur Lee Allen was the most famous. He matched some descriptions, had strange habits, and was even reported by acquaintances. But DNA and handwriting tests never conclusively tied him to the crimes. Other suspects came and went. None were ever proven. The mystery remains. The legacy of fear. The Zodiac case changed how Americans thought about safety. It showed that a killer could not only strike at random but also manipulate the media, control the narrative, and keep a nation in suspense with nothing but words. Today, more than 50 years later, we still don't know who Zodiac was. We still don't know why he killed. All we have are his letters, his symbols, and his voice echoing from the past. This is the Zodiac speaking. And that voice still haunts us. So what do you think? Was Zodiac a lone madman, or a criminal mastermind who outwitted the system? Do his unsolved ciphers hold secrets, or were they just distractions to keep us chasing ghosts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more chilling stories like this one, hit that like button and subscribe, because the past is never really gone. The shadows are still with us.